Hello drama lovers, and welcome back to K-Pop World. Tonight, we dive into a story that has shaken the entertainment industry, and perhaps your hearts as well. A story that began under bright lights, but ended in a silence that still lingers. Not because of applause, but because of something that can't be clapped away. Wang Yibo walked onto the stage. But what followed was not triumph, not celebration, not joy. What followed was history, and maybe a quiet kind of betrayal hidden in the spotlight. The Global Star Awards 2025 was meant to be a night of luxury and recognition. This annual event, which never fails to draw the eyes of millions, once again showcased the biggest icons of the entertainment world. But that night had a different script. Among the many stars, two names stood above the rest: Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. The legendary duo who, since their unforgettable drama The Untamed in 2019, have remained inseparable in the hearts of their fans. But that night wasn't about reunion. It wasn't about victory. That night became something else. It became a question that still has no answer. When Wang Yibo was announced as the presenter for Performer of the Year, all eyes turned to him. He walked out with his usual grace. The cameras followed his every move, capturing his familiar calm and composed face. But this time, something was different. His expression seemed hollow, or maybe too full, too heavy to hold. He opened the script, read the first few lines with his signature calm but heavy voice. Then he stopped. He looked out at the audience, and without saying a word, he walked off stage. No turning back, no explanation, no smile. The live broadcast immediately cut to commercial, but the audience had seen it. They had felt it, and somewhere deep down, they knew this wasn't just a mistake. It was something else, something deeper. Social media exploded. Within an hour, hashtags like hashtag Wang Yibo Walkout, hashtag Justice for Xiao Zhan, and hashtag Protectable trended worldwide. Everyone was asking the same question: why? What really happened behind the glowing stage? Then, a whisper turned into a headline. An insider leaked the information. Xiao Zhan's solo performance, originally scheduled for the show, was suddenly canceled. No explanation, no announcement, just gone. Rumor had it that powerful sponsors had pressured the event organizers to cut his appearance. And then, a new theory began to form. What if Wang Yibo didn't just walk off? What if he was standing up for someone? Someone he silently stood by for years, through storms and shadows, through whispers and silences. Someone named Xiao Zhan. A crew member later gave a quiet statement to Star Trek, a leading entertainment outlet. Their words were simple but sharp. Yibo didn't scream. He wasn't loud. But when he found out that Xiao Zhan's performance was canceled, he just said one sentence: "Then I won't do it." And he walked away. That line echoed louder than any speech that night. Suddenly, the pieces began to fall into place. This wasn't a last-minute decision. It was a quiet revolt. Longtime fans, especially those who have followed their journey since The Untamed, were quick to react. The internet flooded with both fury and support. He didn't walk away from the stage. He stood up for something. Xiao Zhan doesn't deserve to be silenced like this. This isn't a scandal. This is bravery. Some fans called for boycotts against the event sponsors. Others started petitions demanding an official explanation from the producers. But perhaps the loudest silence came from the two men at the center of it all. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan remained quiet. Their studios offered no comment, no press releases. Only the event organizers released a brief, vague statement. "We regret the unexpected disruption during the ceremony and appreciate everyone's understanding." But to fans, it wasn't enough. That one sentence felt more like a distraction than a response. And in a world where silence often means guilt, this silence only deepened the questions. For those who've been watching closely, this isn't the first time things have seemed off. Since 2020, rumors have swirled about delayed projects, canceled pairings, and an invisible wall that seems to rise whenever the two are about to reunite publicly. There were times when both stars were present at the same event, but separated on camera, placed far apart, or awkwardly edited out of one another's frame. All too coincidental, all too convenient. Now, those past puzzles seem to finally make sense. We've stayed quiet for years, one fan posted on Weibo. But not this time. This time we know. Something happened, and Yibo chose to stand, not bow. What happened that night might never be fully explained, but the feelings it left behind are undeniable. Fans felt something real, raw, and deeply painful. They saw through the glamour and into the injustice. They felt what it means to resist without words. Veteran journalist Lin Xiaoyun echoed the sentiment in her podcast. This wasn't just personal. This was political. Yibo didn't just walk off a stage. He walked into history. Whether it was for Xiao Zhan or for something larger, what we witnessed was the beginning of a fracture. One that reveals how carefully curated this industry truly is. And now, the world watches in silence. What happens next? Will Wang Yibo face backlash behind the scenes? Or will this moment turn him into something even bigger than a celebrity, perhaps a symbol? And Xiao Zhan, will he finally speak? Or will the silence continue? Hello, drama lovers. We all know the entertainment world isn't just lights and red carpets. There are wounds. There's loyalty. There's a love that isn't always allowed to shine freely. And that night, we didn't just see an award ceremony. We saw truth. We saw pain. We saw a choice. Wang Yibo may have simply walked off the stage, but that single step shook everything. If you felt what we felt, if you believe there's more to this than what meets the eye, share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this was loyalty? Do you believe in what he stood for? Or are we only seeing the surface of a much deeper story? Let us know. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us. Because this story is far from over.